Come up onto, if the cushion's enough for you, or I like to sit up on 2 blocks, sometimes even and a cushion on top of it, so that I can really let my knees fall down. So that there's no like gripping of these hip flexor muscles to kind of pull you up. And your feet don't have to be anywhere specific. If it feels comfortable to have them close to your groin, fine. If you want them to be out a little bit further, fine. If you want to switch them and just see what feels comfortable. And play around with it. And feel free to shift, you know.
I think I can quite like 1 block, so.
Hey, there you go.
And is it all right to put that in?
Absolutely. You can put some cushions underneath of you there, under your knees. Yeah. It's just so that this whole space has a little bit of room to kind of fill up. We're gonna do Kapalbati breath work, which is a pranayama, another word for breath work, where we're learning how to see what the full range of our belly breath is. Because most of the time we breathe in our chest, you know? People who are, actually like 95% of people breathe up here. And this is like hyperventilating. It's like high stress mode. Maybe you guys don't feel that. We kind of live in the blissful life here. But if you ever get in a state, yeah, sure. Yeah. If you ever get into a position where you're feeling some high stress, this can be a really nice breath work to do because it brings the breath back down to your body, your belly, out of your chest, out of this like fight or flight mode. So there's 2 locks involved in Kapalbati. One is your root, the base of your spine. It's called your Muladhara chakra, or your perineum muscle. And if you engage that, it's the same muscle that you would use to stop yourself from urinating. So if you really have to go to the bathroom, you hold that. So you're like, okay, I'm not gonna urinate everywhere. And
Today anyway.
well, not in this moment, right?
Oops. Let me tell you, when you get to a certain age, that's
yeah, it gets a little.
It gets a little challenging. Yeah.
So the trick here is we're gonna link that with our exhale. So instead of inhaling and engaging that muscle, we're gonna exhale. So just try it a couple times. Close your mouth and just breathe through your nose and engage that muscle as you exhale. So what's probably gonna happen is that, you can't see that contraction. It's inside of you, it's at the base of your spine. But what you can see is the connection between that muscle and your abdomen. Your abdomen also will probably draw back.
So the exhale is actually on the contraction.
Yeah, bringing it in. Yeah, you got it. So also think, I'm lifting myself up off of the block with that exhale. It's just a visual. So like you're squeezing so much there that it's like an upward direction, you're pulling up. So your navel and your abdomen draw up and back, and your perineum muscle engages up. That's what we call Mula Bandha. If you've ever heard anyone say Mula Bandha in a yoga class, that engagement of that muscle is Mula Bandha. And we're going to engage that on the exhale all throughout class.
It's like my new favorite word. It sounds really cool.
Mula Bandha?
Mula Bandha.
Mula Bandha, Mula Bandha, Mula Bandha. I love it too.
It's very awesome.
We're going to teach you another bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. So that's your throat lock. Your throat chakra is Vishuddhi. This is your center for communication, outward expression, how you express your truth in the world. So to engage that throat chakra, you simply tuck your chin back. And if you have trouble with that, because often we stick our necks out all the time, looking at screens and everything, if you take your 2 fingers and push your chin back, so your ear is a little bit more in line with your shoulder, And then if you remove your fingers and keep your chin down and feel that restriction in your throat, now seal your lips and try to breathe through your nose here. You feel that kind of tightness almost in the back of your throat too, like in the middle, down here. And then also you feel a little bit of elongation in the back of your neck. Yeah? So this is also what we refer to as ujjayi breathing. So if you're breathing with your throat locked, it's almost like you're fogging up a mirror, but the breath is still coming through your nostrils. So try that. It's kind of like a Darth Vader breath, like.
Sorry, just go again. So we do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Not looking down, just tucking your chin down. So your eyes are still kind of facing forward. Yeah.
because I was looking down, so I couldn't see you.
Yeah, you can look up still. It's like, if you look at my profile, I'm just tucking my chin back. So much of the day we're like this, right? It helps just like throughout the day to be like, let me just pull my chin back a little bit. Yeah, that's alignment. See how like my head, the weight of my head is now pushing on my cervical spine or my C-spine, my neck muscles. So if I pull it back, it's like, now my shoulders can support the weight of my head. So much better for these tiny little vertebrae, right? So we're gonna practice those two in this breath work. Just get familiar with them. So you'll inhale and reach your arms up. And then exhale, bring them down to like a soft goalpost. Make soft fists with your fingers and your thumbs point up, just to remind you of the direction of your breath. Then we'll do short, sharp exhales. This is what we talked about before, engaging Mula Bandha as you exhale. We'll do about 33 of them. Just breathing. So don't focus on the inhale, because your body will just inhale automatically, right?
And through the mouth.
Through the nose. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then close your eyes. And just feel what that breath feels like. Coming up from the base of your spine, up through your ribs, your belly, into your chest, into your throat, and out your nostrils. What does it feel like in your nostrils? Can you feel like one nostril more than the other? Can you feel them both the same? Can you feel the power at the base of your spine? That's force. That's pranic life force energy that you have that you can awaken at any time. So if you feel like you need a little bit of power, you can also do this breath work. And they're 1 second exhales. So try to keep the pace of my clap. Exhale, 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 exhale. Beautiful. We're doing amazing. Stay with it, and wherever you are, count 5 more breaths. Then inhale and reach your arms up and over your head. Interlace your thumbs together and just energetically pull them apart. So you're really reaching your shoulders up by your ears, like your head is nesting between your arms. And you're reaching your spine nice and long too. Really reach up, 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 up. Then take a full inhale again, and then hold your breath at the top of your inhale. Hold your breath and then engage Jalandhara Bandha. Tuck your chin back a little bit. Yeah, engage Mula Bandha, that root lock, and just hold your breath here. Hold it for as long as you can without strain. And as soon as you need to release, first release both of the bandhas, relax your shoulders, undo your thumbs, and then on one long exhale, allow your thumbs to fall to your knees, envisioning tracing like a big circle around your body with your thumbs. Then when your palms come to rest on your knees, breathe naturally. Keep your eyes closed, gaze inward, and observe yourself. What just happened? What do you feel? What do you think? Yoga is the practice of self-awareness, and in order to be aware of ourselves, we have to observe ourselves. This breath work is just a method or a tool to enable us to become more familiar with our own breath, our own life, our own thoughts, the feelings that we have in our body, the emotions that come up. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale your arms up and exhale them to a goal post, soft fists, thumbs point up. Seal your lips, close your eyes, and begin Kapalbati. Short, sharp exhales through your nostrils as you draw your abdomen up and back, engaging Mula Bandha with every exhale, exhale, exhale. Keep the crown of your head reaching for the sky. And just feel, what does that sensation feel like? Like you're lifting yourself, like almost you can levitate off that block by just engaging that muscle at the base of your spine and breathing in an upward direction. Up, 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 up. It's a fast one, right? You're not fully inhaling in between. You're just pushing the breath out, 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 out. Exhale, 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 exhale. Nice. Keep going. You're doing great. Try to relax every other part of your body. Keep your spine nice and long and erect. And just focus on the base of your spine. Do 5 more counts to yourself. And then inhale your arms up and overhead, interlace your thumb, reach your spine long, and hold your breath at the top of your inhale. Engage Jalandhar Bandha, tuck your chin back. Engage Mula Bandha, your root lock. Hold your breath here. Don't breathe until you feel the need to exhale. As soon as you do, first release both of the bandhas and your thumbs, and envision tracing an arc of white light around your body with your thumbs as you exhale. So your thumbs are coming down at the same time as your breath, the same length. Once they arrive, keep your eyes closed and just breathe naturally. Allow the inhale, allow the exhale. All the bandhas are released. Just observe. Observe the sensations of your body and your mind. What does engaging these 2 bandhas and this breath in an upward cycle bring up for you? Notice the difference between the forcing of the breath through your nostrils, the holding of the breath, and now just the natural breath. What are the differences? What does your mind think? One final round. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, goal post, soft fists, thumbs point up. Seal your lips and begin. Short, sharp exhales as you engage your perineum or your Muladhara, Mula Bandha. Draw your abdomen up and back with the contraction of Mula Bandha. As you exhale, exhale, exhale. Relax every other muscle in your body, your face, your shoulders. Follow the exhale, match it with the clap. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Keep going. There's a lot of energy stored at the base of your spine. This is the beginning of your central nervous system. So not only do you have this chakra, this spinning ball of energy whirling around 1 billion times a second, you also have a bunch of nerves leading all the way up your spinal cord. We're sending breath there. to awaken. All of these magical energy centers, lines, meridians that follow your spine. So you can activate that energy and use it for yourself. Count 5 more. And then inhale your arms up and overhead. Interlace your thumbs. Reach your spine super long. Take the biggest inhale you possibly can. And then at the top, hold your breath. Engage Jalandhara Bandha. Tuck your throat back. Mula Bandha. Draw your abdomen back and engage your perineum muscle. Hold your breath here. Keep holding, but only as long as you can without strain. Make it easeful. It's not a forcing, it's just a holding. And as soon as you need to release, release the bandhas and your thumbs, and trace with your thumbs as you exhale a big sphere around you. Envision it white. Make your exhale long and slow until your palms rest. And then allow the inhale to flow again. Allow the exhale to flow again. Tune in and observe. Where does your mind go? What sensations do you feel in your body? Place one palm on your low abdomen, so your thumb is around where your belly button is, and place the other fingers on your collarbone, so they just rest. So you bend your elbow right here, or over your heart, wherever's comfortable. Take a deep inhale and let your belly fill up so much that your low palm is full of your belly. Let it get really, really big and expand out. And then exhale, draw your navel back away from your palm so it's like concave away from it. So there's a little space between your palm and your belly. Then inhale, fill up your belly into your palm and let your ribs expand up and out. Exhale and draw your navel back, wrap your ribs in and down. Inhale, fill your belly up, fill your palm up. Ribs expand out. Maybe your chest can rise a little bit. Exhale, draw your navel back, wrap your ribs in and down. Let your chest sink away from your other hand. Inhale, fill up, belly, ribs, chest. Maybe you feel the breath up in your shoulders and your head gets light. And then exhale, draw your navel back, wrap your ribs in and down. Chest sinks, shoulders fall away from your ears. Inhale, fill up from the root of your spine up to the crown of your head. Exhale in the same direction. Draw your abdomen back and release all of the breath up into the crown of your head. Keep breathing and just notice the length of your inhale and exhale. Can you fill up with breath from your belly to the crown of your head? And when you exhale also, begin at your belly, draw it back, and let the breath release up to the crown of your head. Keep breathing. Keep following your natural inhale and exhale. Try not to force it. If it's fast, let it be fast. If it's slow, let it be slow. If your inhale is a different speed than your exhale, just allow it to be. Just notice how you naturally breathe, but in that upward direction in both your inhale and exhale. This is called an Agni Raj breath, meaning the internal fire, lighting up your pranic energy. Inhale and fill up. This is lighting up breath through all of the chakras that are along your spine. Exhale, same direction, bottom to top. Beautiful. Keep breathing like this, and I invite you to keep this breath throughout the entire class today. I'll keep reminding you. Just get really familiar with how long is my inhale and exhale. And when we find challenges in the practice, then we can notice what happens to our breath. How does it change? And can we just come back to it? Beautiful. Flutter your eyes open, come back to the space, and just take a moment with that same breath, now with the whole world visible, right? Can we still fill up and still let go in that same direction with our eyes open? Stay with it. Shift over your shins and remove the props out from underneath of you and grab your strap. Place your strap in the middle of your mat and just leave it across. Then come to lie down on your strap so that your middle back or your lumbar spine is lying on the strap. So it'll be right around where your belly button is, will be where the strap is. You'll place it across the mat and then you'll draw your abdomen down so that you can tug on the side of the strap without moving it because you're so connected. This is spinal extension of the lumbar spine. You got it. Lay back. Good. Where's your belly button? Yeah, so that's exactly where you want the strap. Perfect. Bring your knees up and the soles of your feet to touch on the floor. Good. And then draw your abdomen back, just like we did in Kapalbati, so that you can't move the strap, right? Make it really tight. Little more. Yeah, feel that engagement? You had to pull your ribs down a little bit, right? And pull your hip bones up a little bit, right? Now hold that engagement and breathe fully again. Inhale fully and exhale completely. Notice how it's a little bit easier maybe to engage with your exhale, right? Inhale, fill up, still keep that engagement of your low spine, and then exhale, draw down. Good. Keep breathing like that. Now lift your knees up so that your shins are parallel with the mat. Yeah. Then flex your toes back towards your face and bring your toes so that they just disappear over your knees. So gaze out at your toes, and once they just disappear over your knees, then that's the right position. Now, with them there, keep that connection. Inhale, fill up. Good. Exhale, draw down. Don't let me pull this, Deborah. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Now, reach your arms out in front of you, palms facing one another. Really active arms. Spread your fingers wide apart from each other and keep your arms super straight. Nice. Now again, breathe. Inhale fully, belly to crown of head, and then exhale completely, belly to crown of head. Beautiful. So you're already engaging your core, and this is extension of your low spine or neutral pelvis. Now we're going to add a little challenge here since you're both doing so awesome. On your inhale, reach your right arm up and over your head and extend your left heel. Just tap it down on the floor and keep that connection. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Yeah. And then on your exhale, come back to center. Use the force of your breath. Nice. Come back to 90-90. This is called 90-90. And this exercise is called the bug, by the way. The dead bug. Feel like a bug? Inhale and reach your left arm over your head and tap your right heel down. Nice. Exhale, come back to center. See, when you exhaled, use the force of that exhale to bring yourself back. Now move with your own breath. Inhale, right arm, left heel down. It's like rubbing your head and patting your belly at the same time. We're working on major coordination here, right? Exhale back to center. Good. Inhale, left arm back, right heel taps. Exhale back to center. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, now keep going, following your own breath. When you inhale, you reach. When you exhale, you come back. Good. When you inhale, you reach. When you exhale, you come back. Nice. This is your true core. It might be easier to bend your knees. You're giving yourself a really strong core workout. It's fine. If you need more of a challenge, yeah, extend that extended leg all the way straight, just like you were doing. Feeling it? Inhale, reach. Inhale. Good. Exhale, come back. Good. Bend those knees. Lower the heels. Yeah, there you go. Exhale back. You guys are amazing. You're still holding this strap. It's like, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then your hand comes down and you're like, wait a minute. Good. Okay, do 2 more each side. So 4 total. Good. See how long you can make your body when you inhale and extend, and see how fast you can contract back. Really use that core. Wrap those ribs in and down when you exhale. Yeah, so strong. Nice. 1 more, I lost count, I don't know. 1 more each side. Beautiful. Now hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself an internal high five. Nice work. Now start rocking yourself forward and back to massage your spine a little bit. Maybe massage your upper spine, roll back, and then rock back and forth until you rock all the way up to cross your shins and press up and roll over into tabletop position. Place your palms under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Rotate your elbow creases forward a little bit and make sure your fingers are spread super wide. Beautiful. Now tuck your toes under, and on your exhale, lift your knees up. Hover them. Use that core breath we just practiced. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Nice. 1 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And now exhale and send your hips all the way back to downward facing dog. Bend your knees more than you think you should. Good. I'm gonna grab your hips here, Luke. Keep your hands where they are. Good, keep your knees bent. Knees bent, knees bent, knees bent. Yeah! Look at that length. You feel that?
Yep.
Awesome. So we can push through our palms to get that extra length in our spine. You feel like maybe it's like a straight line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Beautiful.
I gained another inch.
What's that?
I gained another inch.
Sure did. Look at that length, man. You're growing. Now try that Agni Raj breath. Belly to crown of head. Fill up. Exhale. Belly to crown of head also. This is an inversion. Your heart is above your head. So maybe you feel the blood rushing all the way down to your third eye, to your crown. That's all that pranic energy we just built up. Now straighten your legs any amount, any amount. Where does it feel good to you in your hamstrings, and can you keep your spine nice and long? Nice. Your heels don't have to touch the ground, ever. Your legs don't have to be straight, ever. You know, you can just stay in your version. Notice how your spine rounds a little bit when you straighten your legs like that. Can you bend them a little bit more and find that length again? Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. How's that feel?
Good.
Really nice. Okay, now straighten your legs again, any amount that you want. Keeping that spine nice and long. Just notice that spot. We're coming forward in a second here, Deborah. Inhale and lift your right leg high back behind you. Straight back. Beautiful. Point your toe or flex it. Doesn't matter. See what feels better to you. Keep your hips back. And then exhale, step your right foot between your palms in a low lunge. Step your foot between your palms. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. Deborah, get that foot all the way up between your palms. And if you need a little height, you can put your hands on blocks. You got it. Step it all the way up here.
It, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And stay on the blocks. Lift that back heel off the ground so you're really on the ball of your toes. And then inhale, sweep your arms out in front of you. This takes some core strength. Exhale and hold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Use the breath, use your core strength to lift you up. Nice! 3 breaths here, Agni Raj. Keep that front knee bent a little bit. Keep lifting that back heel, beautiful! Not much more torture, just 1 more breath here. And then exhale, fold forward, place your palms down, send your right leg back to high plank. Use your core here. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower down any amount. Good. Then flip your right toe under. Press yourself up, draw your shoulder blades back, upward facing dog, and then flip your left toes under. Nice. Exhale and pike your hips up high to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale your left leg high. Come on back to downward dog, Luke. All the way up. Yeah, whenever you want to tuck your toes is perfectly fine. Beautiful. Send those hips back. Back. Nice. And then exhale, step your left foot between your palms. If you want to come up on those blocks again. Beautiful low lunge. Engage your core here. Inhale, sweep your arms out in front of you. Use your breath to inflate your torso all the way up. Crescent lunge. Inhale, reach. Only here for 3 breaths. You got this. Bend in that front knee. Use the breath to fill up your abdomen. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, fill up, and then exhale, plant your palms down, send your left leg back to high plank. Exhale and bend your elbows in towards your ribs, any amount, doesn't have to be a lot. Now flip your left toes under. If you need to bring your knees down, totally fine, Deborah. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Flip your right toes under. Engage those quads. Yeah. You can also stay here if you want, but you got it. You got it. Both the tops down, yes. Now from here, deep inhale, exhale, pike the hips up and tuck your toes under whenever you need to, downward facing dog again. Nice. We're gonna try it again a little bit faster. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through between your palms, low lunge. Inhale, reach out and up, rise up, high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms, right leg back, high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows any amount, right toes under, press up, upward facing dog. Left toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Anytime you need to come down, come down. Inhale, left leg high, straight back behind you. Exhale, step it through between your palms, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, rise up to high crescent. Exhale, fold forward, plant the palms, left leg back. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your elbows, flip your left toes. Inhale, press up, tuck the right toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, pike those hips. Beautiful. Enough of that torture. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, lift your heels, and either walk your feet forward or try a little hop forward to forward fold. Feet between, hands between the feet. Let your head hang and dangle. Nice. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms out in front of you first. Come to a flat spine. Exhale here and hold. And then inhale, lift all the way up. Use that core. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Stay here and breathe. Feel what you're feeling. What did those sun salutations bring for you? Feel a little lightheaded maybe, a little openness in the legs, a little bit of challenge, all good. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up and gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips, engage your core. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your shins or to your knees lightly. Draw your shoulder blades back. So nice and long in the spine. Yeah, pull here. And the crown of your head reaches out forward. So it's like one straight line down your spine. Beautiful. Straight arms. Nice. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Just get comfortable with drawing your shoulder blades back. Keep your knees as bent as you need to protect your low spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant your fingertips down, send your right leg all the way back to low lunge. And inhale, reach out in front of you and rise up to crescent. Exhale and turn your right heel down, open to warrior two. You can shift a bit if you want.
Can you just do that again, that sequence?
Which part?
Just the one before we get into warrior.
I could do it after class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you mean coming
just
here?
coming, yeah.
So just halfway lift, inhale,
Yeah.
and then exhale, plant your fingertips, right leg all the way back.
That's it.
There you go. Inhale, rise up to crescent. Use your core. Nice. Keep that heel lifted. That's for your hip. And then exhale, let your heel come down. Warrior two. Nice. And you can use the lines on these mats. It's really nice. So you can put your front heel on the center line, toes facing forward. And then your back instep
Matches that, yeah.
is in that line. But your back to foot doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. It doesn't have to be like parallel to the back edge of the mat. It can be bent in a little bit, wherever feels good for your hips.
Yeah, it was just, I needed to know
How to get there. Yeah, you got it. Bend a little bit in that knee and make sure it doesn't buckle in to put any extra strain on it. So press into my hand here so that it comes out this way. Yeah, engage those inner thighs. Good, nice. Reach those arms out. Tuck the tailbone under. Engage the core. Hips back. Can you squeeze your glutes like this, Deborah? Squeeze them in like you're... Nice. Exhale, reach your left arm up and your right arm back. Other way. There you go. Inhale and straighten your front leg. That's it. Reverse triangle. Exhale here. Straighten that front leg. Straighten it.
Which?
Front one.
This leg, straighten it.
There you go. Keep the toes facing forward. Keep the toes here. Toes here. Nope. Yeah, toes forward. Good. Just straighten. Yeah, there you go. And reach back. So you're just stretching this side.
Yeah.
There you go. Now on an inhale, reach up and forward as far as you can. Keep that front leg straight. Forward towards me, Deborah. Towards me.
I need to be looking at you.
Yeah. See how your arm's there?
Yeah.
Point it towards me here. Yeah. And then let your left hand come down on your inner thigh and reach your right arm up. Triangle pose. So the trick here is don't make yourself come down all the way. The point is not to be all the way down here. The point is to have your shoulders in line with your leg, with your knee. So you can imagine you have a rope on this arm reaching you up. You can be all the way up here. Fine. That's still Trikonasana, triangle pose. You can engage this lower oblique muscle to pull yourself down a little bit. Nice, really nice, you guys. Can you straighten that front knee a little bit more? Yeah, and reach up. Squeeze your sits bones together underneath of you. Beautiful. Then exhale and bend your front knee and reach your top arm over your head, extended side angle. You can place your elbow on your knee, or you can take a block down here.
And this is fine. Yeah.
Great, either way. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale and roll your shoulder and your chest up towards the ceiling. Agni Raj breath. Belly to crown of head. Exhale. Inhale. Feel it all through your spine. Exhale. And then inhale, lift all the way back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor and send your right foot back to high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows any amount, chaturanga. Tuck any toe you want and press up to upward facing dog. Beautiful. Tuck the other toe under. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Lift, lift, lift. Yeah, you can tuck the toes anytime. You don't have to torture them. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, and hop or step to forward fold. You can try a little hopsies. Hands between the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up and rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, or upward facing hands. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. We'll try the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, contract your core and fold forward. Bend your knees as soon as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length. Exhale, plant your palms, send your left leg back, low lunge. Nice, find your stance. Inhale, sweep your arms out and lift your torso all the way up to high crescent. Beautiful, lift that back heel. Good, yeah, use it to support you. Exhale, let your left heel come down, open to warrior two. Nice. Grab your core in. There you go. Squeeze those sits bones together underneath of you, right? We don't want to be splayed out like this. That's not supported. That's not bone on bone. Come back. Are my shoulders over my hips? Are my knees in line with my ankles? Nice. I cut my hand. Inhale, let that back hand come down and reach your right arm up. Keep that front knee bent a little bit, yeah? Press into my hand here, so you open it up to the side. Beautiful, use those inner thighs. Perfect. Now inhale and straighten the front leg. Exhale here and hold, just feel the stretch in your right side body. And then take a deep inhale. First reach up and then out. Keep your legs straight. Reach out as far as you can and then let your right hand come down. Reach your right arm, left arm up. Nice. Triangle pose. Same as we did on the other side. You don't have to be down super far. Use that top arm to lift yourself up. Right? Use your side bodies to lift you. Yeah, front leg is straight. So this hand can be resting here if you need a little support, or envision you have a rope on this top arm and lift yourself up. This is triangle, not extended side angle yet. Nice. Then bend that front knee and reach that top arm up and over your head. So your elbow can rest on your knee, or you can reach down to the block. Revolve your shoulder and chest up towards the ceiling and breathe. Agni Raj, belly to the crown of head. Nice. Last breath. On your inhale, float back up to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor and step your left leg back to low lunge. Sorry, high plank. Chaturanga, bend your elbows, lower down any amount, flip a toe under. Nice. Press up to upward facing dog. You can just keep your toes tucked. That's totally fine. Yeah. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your core and come on back. Nice. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and step or hop to forward fold. Walk your feet forward or hop them. Nice use of your core. Inhale, sweep your arms out in front of you, sink your hips back. Sit down like a chair in chair pose, Utkatasana. So keep your spine nice and long. Feet can be any distance that feels good. They can be under your hips, they can be together, what feels best for you. Draw your ribs down and your abdomen up and back. Exhale, sweep your right arm out to the side to the right, revolved chair, Parvriti Utkatasana. Inhale, sweep your right arm back to the center. Maybe sink your hips down a little bit more. Exhale, left arm back, gaze left or back at your left hand. Inhale, sweep back to the center. Exhale here, sink down a little bit more. And inhale, straighten your legs, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. Beautiful. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and now try to hop back to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale your right leg high. Straight back behind you, and exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Slide your left toes back down the mat and let them rest. Untuck your left toes. Inhale, squeeze your knees towards one another and lift your arms up. Squaring off your hips. Yeah, really engage from that core underneath of you. Nice. And then exhale, lower your arms down, walk them out in front of you. You can come up onto your fingertips, let your forehead rest. Pigeon pose. This might be super intense on your hips. So if it is, please feel free to take a bolster and place it underneath of your hips. Give them a little bit of height or support, somewhere to rest on. Or stay.
Feels good.
You like it? This is one of those ones. It's either torturous or it feels great. How you feeling, Deborah?
Somewhere in between.
You want to try the bolster?
You know what it is? I can't get into the position properly. That's part of the problem. It's kind of a balance thing.
Yeah, so that's the reason for the cushion, because you are, balancing here. You're using both of your muscles. It's not just like, oh, I should be able to just let go all the way.
Yeah.
You're still engaging. So why don't you give yourself a break and use the cushion?
Okay.
Lift up a little bit with your hips. Yep. And come down there. Yeah. You want your hips to be square. So right here. Yeah. How does that feel?
I mean, I can feel the stretch.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel it. It just feels uncomfortable. I'm so...
Yeah, it's really challenging, right? Yeah.
But I think maybe the more you do it, the easier.
Exactly. How many times have you done pigeon pose in your life?
Second time.
Yeah, so
And I think I'm really good for coming back the second time.
You really are. This is not easy stuff. Except for Luke, he's having a blast over there in pigeon. He's like, oh yeah, give it to me.
Feel the burn.
Loving it. Now come back to your Agni Raj breath. Can you still breathe into your belly? Good job. I applaud you. Use the supports that you have. Can you feel your belly press into your right thigh as you inhale and the right side of your ribs press into your thigh? Can you feel the breath come all the way up past your heart into your throat, into your third eye or the forehead when you inhale? And then can you still draw your abdomen back away from your right thigh when you exhale? Can you pull your right side of your rib away from your right thigh a little bit? Can you have your chest kind of hollow out and reach up towards the ceiling and feel that space in the back of your throat like the Jalandhara Bandha on your exhale? One more. Inhale, fill up, belly to crown of your head, and exhale, belly to crown of head. Bring your palms underneath of your shoulders. Send your right leg back to three-legged dog, or right leg lifted in downward facing dog. Nice. And then just lower it down, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Straight back behind you. Beautiful. Exhale, left knee behind the left wrist. Coming into pigeon pose on the other side. First, inhale, draw your knees together. This is a good place to slide that cushion under, right? Because we're creating space, we're lifting up. So it's like your knees are pulling in towards the center, towards one another, and reach your arms up. Core, legs. Your legs are super strong. These are the strongest muscles in your body. Let them lift you. Pull them together. Whoop, squeeze. And then exhale and fold forward at your waist. Walk your hands out in front of you and slide that right toe back, 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 back. Let your forehead rest. Yeah, reach your arms out long. Know that it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be uncomfortable for a while. That's okay. New things often are, right? I don't know why, I just thought of like first kiss. When you have like your first kiss, it's weird, right? It's like, what is this? Second pigeon pose, gonna feel weird. Again, unless you're Luke. If things feel normal, something's wrong. Know that you can shift that bolster. You can put it underneath of you. You can try it. You can, you can move around.
So where should it go, the bolster? It's in the wrong place. Is that it? Over there?
There's no like really set place. It's okay if it's like really wonky and strange. Does that feel better? Yeah, you want to keep your hips here. That foot probably feels weird, right?
It doesn't feel one of this open as it should my head.
Can you move this knee out towards the left a little bit more?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Nice. Still keep that engagement in your hips to keep them square. Yeah, nice. All right, breathe. Can you pull this hip up and stay squared a little bit? Engage, engage, engage. Lift those hips a little bit more. A little more. And you can point these toes down if that feels better. You also don't have to be all the way forward. You can even use a block. Look up for a second. You can use blocks underneath of your chest if coming down is too much pressure here. You can stack these up. Give yourself a little rest there. Let your head hang. Another option is to place them long edge to long edge and kind of down low. That's not helping you. Here, lift up again. Raise your chest. There.
That's completely normal.
Awkward as fuck, right? So look up at me for a second. You're like totally laying on your hip here.
Yep.
I want you to come up on top of it. Yeah. And if you need to pull that bolster, so it's kind of just like sticking out here. If you need to pull it over a little bit more towards the middle. Yeah. And then bring these. Yeah, there you go. How's that feel?
Yeah, a bit better, I think.
Yeah, nice. Good. All right, let's just take 2 more full Agni Raj breaths here. You're killing it. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands underneath of your shoulders. Press yourself up and send your left leg back to 3-legged dog. Tuck your right toes under. Yeah, you can shake out that leg. You can shake out either leg if they feel funny as heck. And then come down to downward facing dog again. Then let your knees lower down. Woo, this mat is getting hot, toddy. And then just sit back on your heels. Hero pose or Thunderbolt. You can also tuck your toes under here. Yogi's choice. And if you want to try this out and stay on your toes for just a sec, and then if it gets crazy, lower them down, you can do that too. Just gonna do 3 breaths here. When you inhale, draw your hands back and your shoulder blades back and gaze up between your eyebrows. And then on your exhale, stick your tongue out like breath of fire and slide your hands forward. So it looks like this. You look like kind of crazy. Keep your spine nice and long. Nice. Inhale. See if you can stick your tongue out without moving your shoulders forward, right? Just your hand slide. Draw your shoulder blades back on your inhale. Feel that throat, that fire. Nice. Beautiful. Get weird with me. Inhale in. Beautiful. Now on your inhale, lift up on your knees so you're kneeling. And take 1 block and place it between your knees so you have something to grab onto. Squeeze that block between your knees. Place your palms on your low back so your fingertips are pointing down. Draw your elbows towards each other. Keep your hips over your knees and arch your back from your upper rib cage. So don't arch from your waist. Try to create that extension in your low spine like we did in the bug. So imagine the floor is right behind you and you want to be nice and long and draw your belly back. And then arc your upper spine back any amount, even just a little bit. Gaze up towards the sky here, and then tuck your chin back like Jalandhara Bandha so that your spine is all in the same curve. Keep pulling your elbows back. Beautiful. I'm just gonna come back and assist your chin a little bit. So tuck your chin down. Yeah, there you go. And then let the back of your head come back. Beautiful, right there. Chin down a little bit more. Nice. So that's like your neck following that same arc of your spine, and then you lift from here. Breathe from the belly. Let your belly fill up with breath. Beautiful. You can let your head come back just a little bit more, and then tuck your chin down again. Yeah, feel that super extension in your neck, and lift from here. You can really press your hands into your hips because this is like your sacrum. You have hard bones there. And feel that arc in your upper spine, and feel the expanse across your chest. So feel the breath come all the way up from your belly, up over your ribs, over your chest, up into your throat, crown of head. Exhale, same direction. Imagine contracting your abdomen, even though it's so open and rounded forward, while your shoulders sink. Inhale, fill up. Base of your spine to the crown of your head. Exhale. Nice. One last inhale. And then on your exhale, simply fall forward into tabletop. Keep your spine nice and long. Don't round it or move it too much. We're just allowing it to lengthen again from being super bent backwards. This is a beautiful back bend. Gaze down, reach the crown of your head forward. And then take the block, place it off to the side, cross your shins on top of each other, and sit back. Place your feet on the floor, reach your arms out in front of you, and then slowly lower yourself down one vertebrae at a time. So there's a little bit of a tuck here in your hips. So you can feel each one of your vertebrae by engaging your core and slowly coming down. When you arrive, slow, 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 beautiful. Walk your heels in towards your sits bones and take that block again between your knees. Walk your feet back so they're on the floor on the mat like this. Yep. Squeeze that block and lie back. Nice. Then bring your heels a little bit closer to your hips. Beautiful. Walk your heels a little bit closer towards your hips. Nice. Squeeze that block. Inhale, lift your arms up and over your head as you lift your hips up off the ground too. Nice. Bridge pose. Breathe here. Any amount. Lifting those hips higher and higher. Keep breathing with your natural breath. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower down. See if you can feel each vertebrae of your spine from your neck down between your shoulders, behind your ribs, your low spine, and then your hips come down. Beautiful. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Now we're going to do that dynamically. Inhale, lift your arms up and your hips up at the same time. Exhale, lower your hips and your arms at the same time. Beautiful. Follow your own breath rhythm. When you inhale, lift your arms and hips. When you exhale, lower your arms and hips. Try to link the pace of your breath and the movement of your arms and hips so everything is moving at the same time. Coordinated movement. Beautiful. The next time you inhale your arms up and overhead, stay there. Keep your hips lifted super high, and then exhale the breath out. And hold your breath at the bottom of your exhale. Hold your breath here as long as you can without strain. When you feel like, oh, I need to inhale again, lower your hands and hips down, and when they arrive, allow yourself to inhale again. So your breath is held, 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 held. When your hands and hips lower, then you let yourself inhale. Nice. Try it again. Inhale, arms overhead, hips up. Leave your arms and hips up and exhale all the breath out. Hold your breath at the bottom of your exhale. Hold it as long as you can. Keep lifting your hips. When you feel like you need to inhale again, first lower your hands and hips, and when they arrive, then inhale. It's like playing a little trick of the length of our breath hold with ourselves. One more time, follow your breath. Inhale, hands and hips up. Exhale all the breath out. Hold your breath at the bottom of your exhale And hold it for as long as you can, keeping your hips lifted, keeping your arms over your head. Hold that exhale out. When you feel that urge, oh, I need to inhale, keep your breath held and lower your hands and hips. And only when your hips arrive, your hands are down, then inhale. Beautiful. I'm gonna take this block out from between your knees. You can keep your eyes closed and extend your legs out in front of you. Draw your left knee in towards your chest and give it a nice squeeze. Take your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Open your left arm out to the side like a big T. And then let your knee cross over your body any amount, as far as you want it to go, whatever feels good for you. Keep holding onto that knee. Yep. This is for a stretch here in that hip flexor. You can gaze to the left to look over your palm. You can extend your arm out straight to feel more of a stretch in your pectoral muscles of your chest. And if you'd like to apply some more pressure, just press down further with your right hand on top of your knee if you want more of a stretch in your hip. And tell me if that's too much for you.
Let's go.
Good? Breathe fully, still Agni Raj breaths. And then on your inhale, let your knee come back to center. Use your hand if you'd like to support your knee. Extend your left leg down to meet your right. And draw your right knee in towards your chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Any amount. And then take your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Open your right arm out to the side, palm facing up. And allow your right knee to cross over the midline of your body. Any amount that feels good in that hip. Yeah, use your hand to support you. If you need some more of a stretch in your outer right hip, press down with your left hand a little bit more. Just tell me if it's too much or too little. And breathe.
I can feel the stretch nicely.
Good. Spinal twists are detoxifying. And that when you're twisted, you kind of restrict breath and blood flow to your midline, your abdomen. And then when it releases, a lot of blood and nutrients flow back to that area. It's not only an awesome hip stretch, it's also a nice twist. Agni Raj breathing, filling up from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And then on your next inhale, float that knee back to center and extend it out by your left. Walk your heels to the outside edges of your mat. Open up your arms down by your sides, kind of by your hips, palms face up. Finding a Shavasana. Let your legs be heavy, heavy, heavy. Let them go, let them go, let them go. Let your heels sink into the mat. Feel the space between the backs of your ankles and the floor. Notice where your calves touch down. Space between the backs of your knees and the floor. Notice where the backs of your thighs touch. Feel your hips super heavy. Notice that space between your low back and the mat. That we engage so much in class, and now you can let it go. Let your entire physical body be heavy and sink down. You don't need it anymore. The physical asana is over. You've done enough. Let it be enough. Let your head be heavy. Let your shoulders sink in. Notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw or your eyebrows, your hips, your shoulders, your hands. Do a body scan. Maybe let your mouth gape open, let your tongue slide back in your throat. Give your lips some distance, let your teeth separate. And let your head really fall back. Leave your physical body here, heavy, sinking down. And allow your spirit to soar out into that space between your eyebrows, your third eye, your Ajna chakra. That place where your intuition connects with universal energy. Allow yourself to soar out into that infinite expanse of the universe that lies before you. Just let go. slowly begin to notice your breath again. Use it to come back into your body by making some movements. Fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Bring your lips back together and feel around inside of your mouth and lift your arms up and over your head. Maybe rock your head from side to side. Bring your legs together to touch and point your toes and reach your fingers long. Like you're taking a nice stretch in the morning, just waking up. And then bring your heels to the mat and press your hips up and just shift them over to the left a little bit so that you have some space to roll over onto your right side. And use any part of your arms or your hands to make a pillow to support your head in the fetal position on your right side. Take 3 full Agni Raj breaths here. Think back over your practice today, how you felt, what you learned, what you liked, what you disliked. Even if you don't remember anything. Your frustration points, your moments of clarity or joy. Just allow it to be enough for today. Send yourself some love and compassion just for being here, just for showing up, for being present, for dedicating time to yourself. And stay in this mindset of inner reflection, self-awareness, and keep your eyes closed. Slowly press yourself back up to a seated position and we'll arrive in any position that's comfortable for you to sit. So if you'd like to feel around for some cushions or blocks to sit up on once more, it's okay if you need to open your eyes for a second. Just do so mindfully. Stay with this consciousness of movement, doing what's necessary, but nothing more. When you arrive, place your palms wherever they feel most at ease, either palms facing down or up. If you'd like to place your pointer finger and your thumb together in Anjali Mudra, an energy of inward reflection, just choose whatever is more sustainable for you, what brings you the most ease and allows you to be the most still. Sit up tall, lengthen your spine, and just breathe. Notice how long your inhale is by counting the number of seconds to yourself. Notice how long your exhale is by also counting the number of seconds to yourself. Don't try to change the length of your breath. Keep breathing and keep counting. Maybe it changes on its own. Maybe it stays the same. Allow it to be whatever it is. Every time, every breath. Observe it. This is just one way to bring your focus and attention, or dharana, to your breath. It's one focus of many that you can choose for meditation. It's just an option. So try it on for you. In the act of observing, measuring, we're giving our minds a focus point. It connects us or creates a union with our body because our breath is in our body. Yoga is the union of the mind, the body, the spirit, the essence of you with everything around you, the external world. It's nice to use the breath as a focus because you always have the breath. You can be anywhere. Find a quiet spot and close your eyes. And begin to count. How long is my inhale right now? How long is my exhale right now? Notice if you have the urge to try and make it longer or force the breath. And see if you can let that urge go. To create more ease for yourself, more space to allow. Allow yourself to breathe. If you have found a number, a length of your inhale and a length of your exhale, then stay with that. Just keep counting. Observe. How each breath might be the same length. Each inhale, each exhale. Notice if you get different numbers or the same. And just remember what your numbers are for the next time you sit and meditate. Whatever they are is perfectly fine. It's part of not trying to change ourselves. You are perfect just as you are. You do not have to change. Sometimes our mind will wander into other thoughts. It's perfectly fine too. Notice the sounds around you, how they change. The same with your mind. Your focus may change. It may steer away from the breath. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing right with that. It's just what is. And observing ourselves and our breath, we can begin to come to a place of equanimity or equality or neutrality with all things. This can then translate into our lives. Not allowing ourselves to give value or importance to anything that happens, any things that we do. We don't have to feel good or bad about anything. We can allow everything to just be as it is. Just as we can allow our breath to be as it is. Keep breathing. Keep observing. Keep allowing. When you're ready, bring your palms together at your heart center and gently bow your head. In honor of all that you are, not only your breath, not only your body, not only your mind, not only your spirit, but everything. Nias Nin said, remember that you are not one drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in one drop. Honor the entirety of the entire ocean within you. And the entirety of everything outside of you. I honor you. Thank you so much for being here today, for taking this time for yourselves, for each other, with me, for allowing me to guide you. Take your time, flutter your eyes open, come back to the space. Allow yourself to reacquaint with the physical world. Look around.